This is a very important subject on CNN, a lie that's repeatedly told by Democrats and their media allies in the left wing that President Trump and DOGE want to make cuts to Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare. Watch this interchange between former governor of Wisconsin, Scott Walker, and Abby Phillips on her show on CNN.
He came to the state. He talked about cutting Medicaid, Social Security through DOGE, bringing those issues up.
Actually, he never talked. He explicitly said in Green Bay that he would not cut Social Security.
Well,
that's exactly what he said.
He talked at his rallies.
No, other people said about that, but I was there. I watched him.
Okay.
He did not say he was going to cut Medicaid.
Other people at his rallies who work for DOGE, who work for Elon Musk's organization, talked about those issues.
No, I was at the rally. Not one of them said that. That's what protesters said, but nobody there actually said that.
Do you think that there are risks here?
There are. People believe the lies that people are saying about that.
Being associated,
but that's not at all what they said. If people believe that Medicaid and Medicare is going to be touched, that's just a flat, outright lie. What he talked about are people who are over 120 years old, who clearly are not alive.
Well, the reason I brought it up is
Social Security or Medicaid.
Okay, well,
that's totally wrong.
Just to sort this out, the reason I brought this up is because the claim here is that there's massive widespread fraud and that's all they're addressing. That's obviously a disputed claim because it's not true that 120-year-old people are getting Social Security checks.
So you saw there, she did not want to let go of that lie because without it, Americans would fully support everything that DOGE is doing. There's already overwhelming support for it, over 60%, but you'd have almost 100% of Americans supporting these actions, and it would make the Democrats even further outside of the norms that are accepted here. I mean, Democrats used to talk about cutting the fraud, waste, and abuse. Now they want to protect it. So I want you to have the receipts in hand as well. Watch as DOGE leader Elon Musk and members of his team talk with Fox News special report host Bret Baier about actually saving Social Security and cutting.
It's absurd that Elon Musk is trying to eliminate billions of dollars from Social Security.
Elon Musk and President Trump have set their sights on cutting Social Security.
Their goal is clear. Destroy Social Security from within.
You're in the building. I mean, you're in the computers. What's happening there? What are you doing?
Yeah, it doesn't line up with my experience on the ground. And I'll say the two improvements that we're trying to make to Social Security are helping people that legitimately get benefits, protecting them from fraud that they experience every day on a routine basis, and also make the experience better. And I'll give you one example is at Social Security, one of the first things we learned is that they get phone calls every day of people trying to change direct deposit information. So when you want to change your bank account, you can call Social Security. We learned 40% of the phone calls that they get are from fraudsters.
40%?
That's right. Almost half.
Yes, and they steal people's Social Security is what happens. Is they call in, they say, they claim to be a retiree, then they convince the Social Security person on the phone to change where the money's flowing. It actually goes to some fraudster. This is happening all day, every day. And then somebody doesn't receive their Social Security. It's because of all the fraud loopholes in the Social Security system.
How do you reassure people that what you all are doing is not going to affect their benefits?
No, in fact, what we're doing will help their benefits. Legitimate people, as a result of the work of DOGE, will receive more Social Security, not less. I want to emphasize that. As a result of the work of DOGE, legitimate recipients of Social Security will receive more money, not less money.
So there's your explanation. Now, you could say that they're lying, and all I would say is, well, where's your proof? Prove to me that they're lying about what they're doing with the cuts that they're attempting to make to fraud, waste, and abuse. Notice he said there's actually fraud going on. You have fraudsters calling in and changing the account numbers where the ACH drafts are going, so that little old ladies who are getting their Social Security payments that they've contributed to their entire working lives, all of a sudden the money doesn't come in. Then they have to go through the arduous process of proving that the change was made by a fraudster and not themselves. This takes months, and so during those months, the fraudsters collect all of the Social Security payments that are meant to go to these people. And we don't actually know what happens if they have to reimburse that person who was robbed of their Social Security benefits. So every bit of this contributes to a lack of money being in the Social Security payment fund that is supposed to be our security that we're paying into that is currently being robbed.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.